Been here. Happy Saturday from Blizzard, Illinois. How President Trump just dropped another bombshell on the American people. Let's talk about it. Here we go. Trump just claimed that any document that President Biden signed with that auto pen machine is now kaput, void, invalid, finito, does not count. All of them. Why? Because he's claiming that 92% of the entire last administration's orders were signed via that auto pen machine. Okay, now your question, that doesn't sound like much, but here is where the story gets even crazier and freaking nuttier, okay? A former Biden aide just spilled some serious insider shit on what occurred in the White House while he was there serving under President Biden. He said, okay, this person claimed that while President Biden's health deteriorated, and we all know that it did, right? Okay, we know that he had dementia, right? He was walking around with a diaper on. He would stand on a podium, wouldn't take any questions, right? He would walk around with like a deer in headlights as his health was deteriorating. This individual claimed that a key staffer in his circle may have been signing documents on their own. Other people noticed it, okay? But nobody said shit. Why? Because it was culture in that administration during that time in the White House not to ask questions. Look the other way and keep your mouth shut. Why is this important? Because many of us, including myself, okay, always had that conspiracy theory in our minds, right? Is a shadow government running the White House? Is somebody running the White House that is telling Biden what to say and what actions to take, right? That's a valid point. And who that individual could be, let's just say his name rhymed with Ohama. Okay, let's just put it that way, right? So there's a valid point there. So listen, this auto pen is not something new. It's been used by presidents for decades, just like routine paperwork. But here, it's different here, okay? Why? Because President Trump is claiming that almost everything from the last administration was done, through this auto pen. It could be wiped out. We're talking executive orders, pardons, big decisions, all can be challenged, and he does have a valid point. And here's where this insider just blows the roof off the White House, okay? Staffers allegedly, okay, acted on their own. What does that mean? Biden had no idea what the fuck was going on and what supposedly he was signing, okay? So can you imagine that 92% of the orders that were signed were invalid? 92%. He didn't, listen, we're talking lawsuits, chaos, drama. It can get really, really wild, really, really quick. So, I mean, listen, the bottom line is this. This isn't about politics, okay? The decisions that were made were not made by the former president of the United States, okay? And this affected the world, okay, on a huge level, okay? Also affected the American people because the border was open and we were allowed to get invaded. It affected a lot. And if he didn't make these decisions, the question comes up, who did? So Trump is claiming 92% of the last administration's documents are invalid. Insiders can verify that. The aide can verify that, okay? That they weren't done by Biden personally. Shit's about to get real. It's about to get wild. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this crazy story. Please like, follow, and share. Stay warm to here if you're in the Midwest. A lot to shovel. Be back later. Ciao for now.